There comes a point in every connection, friendship, relationship, or situationship, when someone's behavior suddenly changes. They stop texting back as quickly. They delay calls. They cancel plans. They say, "I'm busy," more often than usual. And while everyone is genuinely busy at times, relationship psychology teaches us that repeated busyness is rarely just about time. It's about priorities, interest, and emotional investment. When someone begins acting too busy for you, it often reveals something deeper about the relationship dynamic. People make time for what matters to them. Even on the busiest days, they find small ways to show they care. A message, a call, a simple, "I'm thinking of you." So when effort disappears, the message is louder than their words. Your importance in their life is shifting. But here's what most people misunderstand: being busy is not always about losing interest. Sometimes it means they're overwhelmed, emotionally drained, or dealing with something personal. Sometimes it means they don't know how to communicate their feelings. And sometimes, yes, it means they're trying to slowly detach without confronting you. Relationship psychology offers several clear reasons why someone begins acting too busy, and each one tells a different story about where the relationship is headed. The first reason is emotional withdrawal. When feelings fade or confusion grows, people begin to pull back their energy. They stop responding with enthusiasm. They stop initiating conversations. They start keeping their distance, hoping the space will make their internal conflict easier. Being busy becomes a convenient shield, one that hides discomfort, fear, or loss of interest. The second reason is avoidance. Some people struggle to communicate openly. Instead of expressing that something feels off, they rely on silence or distance. They avoid conversations that require vulnerability. They avoid explaining what changed. Acting busy becomes their escape route because it feels easier than telling the truth. They may still care about you, but they don't know how to say what they're thinking. A third reason is prioritization. Humans naturally invest time where they feel the most rewarded, respected, or emotionally fulfilled. When someone is excited about a relationship, they make time for it even in small ways. But when priorities shift, effort follows. Acting busy may simply mean they're choosing other people, responsibilities, or ambitions over maintaining the connection with you. And while that may hurt, it speaks volumes about where you stand in their emotional hierarchy. The fourth reason is fear: fear of commitment, fear of closeness, or fear of the relationship becoming more serious. When someone senses emotional intensity building, they may pull back to protect themselves. They use busyness to create distance so they don't feel overwhelmed. This doesn't mean they don't care. It means they're scared of caring too much. A fifth reason is emotional overload. Sometimes people feel mentally or emotionally exhausted. They're not ignoring you because they don't care, but because they don't have the bandwidth to be present. Stress, burnout, personal struggles. These can make even the most important relationships feel heavy. When someone says they're busy, sometimes they're really saying, "I'm not okay." But here is where psychology becomes clear. There's a huge difference between occasional busyness and consistent avoidance. Everyone gets busy. Life happens. Schedules become chaotic. But someone who genuinely values you will let you know what's going on. They'll say, "I'm caught up today, but I'll text you tonight." They'll check in. They'll try. Effort is never completely absent when someone cares. But someone who repeatedly acts too busy is showing a pattern, one that reveals their emotional stance toward the connection. You can tell the difference by how they respond when they finally do have time. Do they reach out? Do they make an effort to reconnect? Do they apologize for the distance and try to make it up to you? Or do they continue the cycle of avoidance and superficial communication? People who care try to return balance. People who don't care let the distance grow. The painful truth is this: if someone is always busy for you but always available for others, the issue is not their schedule. It's their feelings. If someone is only busy when you need emotional connection, they're avoiding intimacy. If someone is too busy to respond but never too busy to scroll, post, or chat with others, it means you're not the priority they once made you believe. But before jumping to conclusions, it's important to look at your own emotional needs. Sometimes we expect instant responses because they used to be frequent. Sometimes we feel ignored because we fear losing the person. And sometimes the fear of abandonment makes the silence feel louder than it is. Relationships require understanding, patience, communication, and emotional clarity. If you feel someone is acting too busy for you, the healthiest thing you can do is not chase. Pull back. Match their effort. Watch their actions. Give them space, not punishment. Let them show you where they truly want to be. People who want to stay will move closer. People who want to leave will drift further. And no amount of chasing can change the direction of someone who has already emotionally checked out. In relationships, the person who values you will never let you wonder if they do. They may have chaotic days, busy seasons, or stressful periods, but they will still show up in ways that matter. Their effort may decrease temporarily, but their presence won't disappear. But when someone consistently acts too busy, psychology says this, they are communicating something, they just aren't saying it directly. Maybe they're losing interest. Maybe they're overwhelmed. Maybe they're unsure how they feel. Maybe they're afraid of connection. Maybe they're prioritizing someone else. Or maybe they're quietly walking away. Instead of asking, why are they too busy for me? Ask, why am I giving so much attention to someone who gives me so little back? Your value doesn't decrease because someone else fails to see it. Your worth isn't measured by how quickly someone texts back. Your importance isn't defined by someone else's inconsistency. In the end, people make time for what they truly care about. And when someone acts too busy for you, it reveals more about their heart than their schedule. So remember, consistency shows interest. Effort shows priority. Presence shows love. And when someone stops giving you all three, it's time to pay attention to what their distance is telling you.